side pods. Then Matt Dunn with a red car with a white spoiler. Then Mark Keenan, the black car, well, it's navy, I think, Mark Keenan's, his white helmet. Then Gary Corcoran, the white car. Keith Hogg in the purple machine behind him. Then David Parks, 111, blue with orange side pods. Timmy Swale, white, so they all come up into position. Leo, wonderful sight of Formula Shane's here for the Leinster Trophy.
Yeah, it certainly is, and it should be very, very interesting to see what happens here. Rabbit, as we said, watch out for him at the standing starts, with Kevin Shane, the man of the moment in terms of pace, and he'll be very hard to beat here. Tristan Quinn, very quick, but we haven't seen him out this year. We wet qualifying this morning, so let's see what kind of pace he has. Looks like he's got brand new rubber on from up here, but the 5-second board about to go up. Up it goes. A bit of a move already from Tristan Quinn. They're all getting ready to go. Nobody moving just yet. Away they go. And Tristan Quinn gets the best start, but Rabbit from the second row all over Kevin Shane and takes a run down the outside. Shane not leaving him a whole lot of room there and moving right out. So Kevin Shane round the outside. Good stuff from Shane. And has he got the lead? I think he should have, surely. Indeed he has. That's a good move, Matt, from Kevin Shane round the outside at Ford corner.
Well, Kevin Shane takes the lead. Tristan Quinn is second. Barry Rabbit is third. And Brian Harty is fourth. And Rabbit getting ahead of Harty. And Rabbit trying to round the outside down at turn 3. That is an incredible manoeuvre if he can make that one stick.
He can make it stick, Rod. He's round the outside of Tristan Quinn. He's up to second place already. And this won't be what the Formula Shane guys wanted. Rabbit on a flyer.
Well, Rabbit really went around the outside there. How he managed to get enough grip to hang on round the outside there was incredible. But getting by Tristan Quinn, and now he's got to get by Kevin Shane.
Oh, look at Kevin Shane, gone hugely defensive. He's gone to the inside, gone to the outside. Harty up the inside. It takes Quinn for third place. But Barry Rabbit all over the back of Kevin Shane now. And they grab top gear on the way down the back straight now. This is incredible stuff. Around goes one of the other cars. I think that's the become a race driver Mondello car there. Indeed it is. But here they come, and look at Rabbit all over the back of Kevin Shane. Kevin Shane getting a bit messy now on the way out of 7B. Rabbit in the golden pages. .ie car on a charge here, Matt.
Well, he really is, and he's absolutely flying along. He wants to get ahead of Kevin Shane as fast as he can. He'd like to have Shane between himself and Brian Harty, Enda O'Connor, and some of the rest of the guys further back. But Kevin Shane driving very defensively there. That's holding up the whole pack. It's keeping them all nice and tight. It's making for a great race for us. And Barry Rabbit getting alongside him there on the exit from irishferries.com. Kevin Shane defending the inside line. Rabbit goes to the outside. He flicks to the inside. Can he get a good run
He can.
out? He's been squeezed this time, but manages to get down the inside. Barry Rabbit then, and Kevin Shane. Kevin Shane on the outside. Barry Rabbit has him on the inside. There's nothing Kevin Shane can do about it. It looks like Barry Rabbit makes that one stick. The
Incredible stuff from Rabbit, and Kevin Shane banging wheels with him. You wouldn't expect anything else on the way out of Dunlop corner. But Barry Rabbit now for Golden Pages leads this one.
Well, that was an incredible drive from Rabbit. He got the run out of Dunlop. He made it stick. He just got his nose far enough ahead coming down the main straight that there was really nothing Kevin Shane could do about it. Plan B for Shane then was to try and drive around the outside up at Ford corner, and that didn't work either. Barry Rabbit then taking the lead. Kevin Shane is in second. Brian Harty is in third.
Well, great stuff from Rabbit. He'll be absolutely delighted with this one. But I think the major one for me was that move around the outside of Tristan Quinn at turn 3. I think, as Barry said, it's win it or bin it for him today in this race, Matt, and he doesn't want to finish second or third. So that was a brave move around the outside. But Hardy's a danger man. He's closing in as Rabbit begins to get away out front.
Well, you can see that Kevin Shane there is defending now from Brian Harty, and that's holding up both of them, and that's allowing Barry Rabbit to get away at the head of the field. But there's a whole gaggle of them now. It looks like Kevin Shane is the cork in the bottle there in second place, Leo.
Yeah, it really does. Rabbit got the head down. He's hugely experienced, not so much in single-seaters, but certainly in saloons. He's had a lot of wins. He's won a few championships, but he's acquitted himself very well to single-seaters. And Paul Grogan and the team will be biting their fingernails off on the pit wall. They've had a lot of bad luck this year, Matt, but certainly they seem to have put a car under Barry Rabbit that's capable of just easing away out front. Now Hardy, the danger man, and closing in again on Kevin Shane. Now if Shane has to defend this time at Dunlop, that should let Rabbit get away, but he doesn't. Good stuff from Shane, confident stuff, stays on the outside, doesn't go defensive just yet, Matt, and that's what he's got to do if he's going to stay in touch with Barry Rabbit here.
Well, Rabbit though just eking out enough of a breather. So you have Barry Rabbit then from Kevin Shane, from Brian Harty, from Tristan Quinn, and I think it's Enda O'Connor. Enda O'Connor is next, if I'm not mistaken, and then Robbie Allen then Timmy Swale, Keith Hogg and David Parks. So what a who's who of Formula Shane driving back through that field, Leo.
Yeah, and Brian Hardy going really well there in third place, and I think he could be just taking stock. Brian Hardy, hugely experienced. New sponsor on board for him, Matt Wallaby Woods and Donadea, of course. That's Brendan Hall and his son David Hall, a multiple winner in many different cars around here. So maybe Brian Hardy will go there to celebrate if he wins this one. Meanwhile, Rabbit out front. Shane closed in slightly on that lap, but bringing Hardy with him. I don't think it's over yet, Matt.
Oh, not by a long chalk. There's a long way to go in this race yet. So Paul Grogan's nails have been well and truly bitten off by the end of this one. But they're dropping now. The first three cars getting away, dropping Tristan Quinn a little bit there in third place.
Rabbit's a lot quicker through Lola Corner. He got himself 2 or 3 lengths there. I'm not sure where he's losing it, because Shane round a lap last time was slightly quicker. On the brakes down into 7A and B, Shane closes in and brings Hardy with him. But Rabbit with a good run out of 7B still has 1 car length. But certainly he's losing a little bit through there and gaining it through Lola. The quick stuff is where Rabbit seems to be gaining the few tenths of a second, Matt.
Yeah, and there's not a lot in it really.
One mistake from Hardy in the background. Mistake from Hardy. Gets out of shape, and that lets Kevin Shane off the leash just a little bit. So Rabbit it is now, and we've still got 9 minutes to run in this one, Matt.
Oh, there's a long way to go. This is a fantastic race. Absolutely brilliant. It could go anyway. And really, Barry Rabbit, having done all the work at the start, is going to have to drive and focus and concentrate as hard as possible. Kevin Shane isn't in the mood to compromise or give up on this. And don't tell me Brian Harty is. He's going to be in there fighting tooth and nail. He wants to get a hand on the Leinster trophy.
Sure is, but Rabbit on top form today. Shane well able for him in terms of lap times, but certainly that move of Rabbit out of Dunlop Corner was very decisive, and that got him the lead. Hardy seems to be very quick now. He's just hauled these two back in again. He made a big mistake, got sideways just where Robbie Allen went off behind him. There, we got a flash of it at Bahrain's Benz, but he just drove back up behind Shane. Now, will Rabbit try and back Shane up into Hardy, or will he keep the head down here, Matt?
I think he'd be well advised to keep the head down and just keep pedaling away. I think it's a little bit early for that, and I think that he might do better off just to drive his lines and keep. But look at now, you can see how Kevin Shane has closed up on him. He's tucked right under the rear axle there, and Kevin Shane looks to the inside line as they go down there, the long run down to Lola Corner, or down to out Kennedy Rise at Lola Corner.
Yeah, Rabbit's still a little bit quicker there, not as much as last time, just managed to hang on to it. Shane was trying to get up the inside in a move that we've seen a few times this weekend. Didn't work on that occasion, nobody having a go on the brakes, but Harty looking quite threatening there in third place. Hugely experienced. If you didn't see this yesterday, we were talking about some of the statistics, Matt, about Brian Harty. He's won more races at Mondello Park than anyone in the 45-year history of Mondello Park, and that's a bit dodgy, that car just being pulled across in front of the leaders. And I'm sure Barry Rabbit wasn't too happy to see that happening. But Rabbit it is just about from Kevin Shane now and Brian Harty in third place, and nobody touching these three just yet.
Oh no, this is a great battle, and I know that the camera's staying with them. There are other guys in the race, but the camera's staying with the front three, and not surprising, this is a battle that we just couldn't possibly miss. Tristan Quinn running in fourth, Enda O'Connor is fifth, Timmy Swale is running in sixth. That's happening right behind. You see those three cars right behind them?
You know what, Rabbit is quick through Lola Corner. He's also quick through Paddock to Irish Ferries. They're two quick corners, and that's probably saving him from an attack into Tarzan and into Dunlop Corner from Kevin Shane, because Shane is very quick on other parts of the track, but not really where you can attack. There they are through Adelaide Corner now and heading out towards turn 3. And again, Rabbit's got that gap of 1 or 2 lengths. They'll have a go at him here on the brakes, but he hasn't made any mistakes just yet. And Harty just lurking there. Surely Harty will attack at some stage, Matt.
Well, he will. I think, in fairness to Brian Harty, I think what he's doing is, as they say, he's keeping his powder dry. Harty knows that if he attacks Kevin Shane, both of them are going to drop back. Now, what they need to do is stay precisely where they are. But eventually, he will have to make his mind up. I think he's carrying a little bit more pace than Kevin Shane at this point. But if he attacks Shane, both of them are going to lose out, and Rabbit is going to get away. So I think Harty is just watching if he can get by Kevin Shane without holding himself and Kevin Shane up. That he'll go for it that way.
That's as close as they've been, Matt. Rabbit didn't make his 1 or 2 lengths that time round, and that brings them all together at 7A and 7B. But Rabbit hugely experienced and should be able to keep this covered. But again, Kevin Shane, a multiple champion, many time race winner, and he will want to retain this Leinster trophy. But a mistake from Shane sends him wide, sends him sideways. Rabbit's out of the trap and away, and Harty all of a sudden smells a little bit of blood in second place. A big mistake from Kevin Shane into Bahrain's Benz, and that I think has cost him dear, Matt.
Well, I think yes, but you see there are purple patches in races, and Barry Rabbit has just got one there at the moment because Kevin Shane, but it's so tight and so competitive in this that, you know, over the course of 15 minutes that anybody can put a wheel wrong, and Barry Rabbit so far hasn't, but Kevin Shane, unfortunately for him, just then did, and that has allowed Brian Harty to pounce, and more importantly allowed Barry Rabbit to open just a further little gap, just give himself a little bit of a breather. There's big bucks at stake on this one. The Leinster Trophy, only 5 minutes left to run in this, 2/3 distance gone, and what a race this is turning out to be.
Yeah, incredible stuff. And these two guys have battled all year. Two top drivers. Kevin Shane, the young driver, the young charger in the class. Brian Harty, the master. As I was saying earlier before the excitement got in the way, Brian Harty's won more races at Mondello than anybody ever. He's won, I think, 9 championships and over 150 or 160 races. And he's still as quick as he ever was. He's incredibly hard. Barry Rabbit won a race earlier on in the year. And he got out of the car and he said to us afterwards, Matt, well, Harty's got all the moves. He said that was the longest race ever. He had Brian Harty breathing down his neck for the whole race, and Rabbit hugely experienced, but Harty, as we said, with all the moves. And look at this, Kevin Shane going. Is Harty not attacking, maybe just sitting behind him, trying to get back up there? Watch out for Enda O'Connor in 4th place. He's just set fastest lap, and he's closing in on these guys. We haven't seen Enda O'Connor out in the Formula Shane for a while. There he is, top of the picture, the second of the yellow cars, and I think they're possibly beginning to eke their way back up to Barry Rabbit again.
They are a little bit.
This is where Shane went sideways last time.
Well, this is where Brian Harty's experience, if he attacks Kevin Shane, he knows that's going to delay both of them. So they're going to work together to try and catch up to Barry Rabbit, because, look, this is for the Leinster Trophy. Second place is not an option. A win is where you're at on this one. So he doesn't need to get ahead of Kevin Shane just yet. He just needs to be ahead of him and Barry Rabbit at the checker flag. But Barry Rabbit not in a compromising mood.
No, he really isn't, but he is being hauled back in a little bit again. Kevin Shane using good pace, and Harty either can't stay with Shane or has decided not to attack him. I think Shane is probably the quickest man out there at the moment. He is. There's the new fastest lap, a 47.876 for Kevin Shane now. Oh, and he gets way out of shape, and he almost went around. Another mistake from Kevin Shane, but that'll happen when you're on the limit. He's fastest man out there, and he always makes these cars dance under him, Kevin Shane. He's got great car control, fingertip touch, but when you're on the limit and you're trying, as you said, second is no good to him here, Matt.
No, he needs to win. Well, he tried to turn in early so that he'd arrive inside Barry Rabbit through the right-hander there, and almost got himself because he turned too tight. The car just got out of shape, but managed to pull it back. But Barry Rabbit had the luxury. Now look where the action is at. He's closed right up behind Rabbit now. So Rabbit will be looking for another one of those incidents if he's hoping to stay ahead of Kevin Shane.
Yeah, Rabbit, Shane and Harty together again. And Enda O'Connor, what did he do last time around? He wasn't as quick as Shane. Let's watch the times. 48.4 for Rabbit, 47.8 for Shane, 48.1, 48.3. So they're not too much in it. A Rabbit not as quick as the others on the way round.
What's going on in Barry Rabbit's head right now, Leo?
Oh, I think he's just wishing the time away. Whenever you're leading a race, it's the longest race ever. And whenever you're in second and catching someone, it's the shortest race ever, Matt. It's always the way. And these three guys are proven winners.
Oh, look at these. Shane had a dive there on the inside, Leo. Sorry for cutting across
you.
He and almost made it work. They could have tangled then. Brian Harty would have been the benefactor of that particular one.
Yeah, I think he's just moving around in the mirrors, which is what he's got to do. Try and unsettle Barry Rabbit now. Has another look there on the way to paddock, but didn't certainly have the run there. That won't unsettle Barry just yet. But Shane certainly beginning to pull a few moves here. Rabbit doesn't go defensive. Shane doesn't have a go at Dunlop Corner. They're pretty much equal. But now he's as close as he's been out onto the main straight. Rabbit will move over to defend his position. Not much difference in any of these cars in a straight line. I'm surprised Brian Harty hasn't been able to stay with them. And this time Rabbit goes to the inside, Shane goes to the outside, gets the nose ahead, surely won't get it turned in, he doesn't, and around goes Kevin Shane, a third mistake, off and into the gravel, and that in effect has put the end to his hopes to retaining the Leinster Trophy.
Well, game on, Leo, because now we got Brian Harty. Now this is a white horse of a different colour, as they say, because Brian Harty now closing up behind Barry Rabbit. Just look at the rate he's closing on him. This is incredible. There's this lap and one further lap yet to go, so quite a bit of distance left in this race.
There really is. These two are probably equally matched. I think Shane was slightly quicker than both of these guys at that stage of the race, but certainly Harty now is going to pull the cork, and he's got the same attitude as Barry Rabbit, win it or bin it. Harty looking very quick now. The red car and the yellow car heading out towards Lola corner. Rabbit this time stays to the inside, then goes back to the outside, flicks the car in, touches the inside car, gets himself that gap again of 1 car length, and that will help him when he gets down to 7A and B. He won't have to defend, but Harty, I do feel, will have a go somewhere around the track here, Matt. Surely Brian Harty for Wallaby Woods, and Hugh McAvoy's Talk To Me.ie. So Talk To Me.ie right behind Golden Pages.ie. There's all the .ies having a go here.
Ironic, all right. But I can tell you this much, it's ironic, but it's some battle happening on track, and whoever wins this one will know that they've been in one heck of a race. And Barry Rabbit pulled out a little bit of a gap there, a little bit of a breather for Barry Rabbit just in, but Brian Harty has that ability just to close up on him. It's incredible how he can just close on Barry Rabbit when he needs to.
Yeah, Rabbit making no mistakes. Quicker through paddock that time again. He's very quick through the quick stuff. Remember, Matt, this car is for sale. It's on motorsport.ie and it's on Done Deal. It's very much for sale and it's not that expensive, the car Rabbit's driving. Here he comes out of Dunlop corner to start his last lap, Matt. Just one lap of the international circuit separates Barry Rabbit from getting his name on the same trophy as Ayrton Senna, Mika Hakkinen, John Watson, Eddie Jordan, Mike Hawthorne, loads of these people. Famous names. Of course, Kevin Shane had it last year, and some of the Formula V guys have had it. Paul Dagg, we saw earlier, has won it. But Brian Harty would be a nice addition to Harty's collection as well.
It certainly would. Well, whoever wins this one, and full marks to them, because this is a super race. You'd be forgiven for thinking, those watching this on Mondello.tv live will think that there are only 2 cars in this race. There's a full grid of cars, but the action is such at the head of the field that really the camera's just staying on the first and second car. That is Barry Rabbit and Brian Harty, and they are battling tooth and nail now for the Leinster trophy.
They really are. Barry Rabbit driving his heart out, but right with him all the way. And somebody going slowly in the way, a back marker on the last lap. Matt, I'm not sure who this is, but Rabbit charging towards him now with Harty right with him. Hopefully the blue flags will be waved and this won't affect the race. It's a straight fight between these two guys. Harty has a go down the inside. Rabbit covers it. Harty closing him right down. And back marker right in the way now as they head back up towards Bahrain's Bends. Back marker doing well,
full
moves
marks.
right out of the way. So as you said, Matt, full marks for him. And this is it, Matt. Just a few corners to go.
Well, there's nothing in it, and full marks to that back marker. Just got right out of the way there and let the leaders race. And this is what we like in sport. This is very important. Nobody messing around, nobody getting involved in it. Whoever wins this Leinster trophy will really have won it fair and square. And here they come then down through irishferries.com corner and up to the last corner at Dunlop, and it's Barry Rabbit now defending from Brian Harty. Harty is about as close to him as you can get without having a wedding ring as they come out of Dunlop. Then down the straight, the checker flag is prepared. Barry Rabbit with his fist in the air takes the win. Barry Rabbit takes it from a very sporting Brian Harty.
Well, huge support for Rabbit down at the big screen there, and I've got to be impressed with that when it's my car, but that really is I think that's a great one for the class now, and it's good for Barry Rabbit and for Golden Pages. Not even for poor Paul Grogan, man, who's had terrible luck with that car all year, and the guys that worked on it. I know Keith isn't here this weekend, but Nathan is there. Richie O'Mahony gave them a hand, and that really is a pretty impressive performance by Barry Rabbit.
Well, look at the boys running. Enda O'Connor came home in 3rd place there. Only fair to mention him, the 3rd step on the podium. But that is really a fairy tale stuff. What a drive, what a race. Everybody that contributed to that. Kevin Shane drove absolutely brilliantly. Tristan Quinn, Enda O'Connor, leave it there to Brian Harty. When he got his opportunity, he made absolute maximum of it, and he roasted Barry Rabbit over the last couple of laps. But Rabbit was well up to the task, and he hung in there, and eventually come home to win the Leinster trophy.
Well, Matt, there's the team. There's Paul Grogan wiping a tear from his eye. There's Colin Clinton, Richie O'Mahony, Nathan Mullen. Keith's not here with them this weekend, but a great job from these guys, and all the trouble they've had all year in more ways than one, and Rabbit just putting everything right with a big win in the Leinster trophy.
Well, that was a superb drive. What a race. The Leinster trophy has done itself proud, and we have been done proud by what a fantastic race. Look at them up on the wire over there. Barry Rabbit accepting the congratulations of the team. And what a brilliant win that was. Absolutely fantastic. For a little guy, he almost got over the wire.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff, and he had to work so hard. He had the two quickest guys in the class all over him. Kevin Shane, first of all, and then there's his teammate Jennifer Mullen giving him a big hug.
Fantastic.
It's great stuff, it really is. And at least somebody else coming over to shake hands with him, David Parks.
Parks. The lads are queuing
there's
up.
Keith Hogg, great stuff.
Great sporting stuff from the guys in Formula Shane. Absolutely brilliant stuff.
Yeah, Barry Rabbit really proving himself there in single-seaters. But really, it's good stuff for Paul Grogan. That's Jennifer Mullen, who's driving in the same team. Barry's just trying to take it all in, as is Jennifer. They've had such a rough time with that team this year, Matt, for various reasons, and loads of niggling problems for Barry Rabbit's car. They had drive shafts popping all day Friday. Look at Brian Harty. He's been very helpful to them all year, it's got to be said. Brian Harty really has helped them out with setup, and
Brian Harty.
He really is. There's Dan Mulligan as well, and great to see that. And Barry Rabbit just trying to take it all in. Fergus Brennan just rearranging his studio there in the background before he talks to these guys.
Shut that door.
That's Brendan Carr, a former 125cc karter in the background. He's just bought one of these cars this year and having great fun in it. So God, that really was a nail biter there. And Brian Hardy trying everything right to Dunlop corner on the last lap. And I think if you beat, look at that, that's Paul Grogan has been allowed in for FCR Media and goldenpages.ie, and that's Jennifer and Paul.